What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be attempting to remake Jaden Smith's song Icon, and just kind of make it more trap, I guess. So I have the initial sample right here. It's from a Cab Calloway song called Heidi Ho. So I'll just play you the sample. It sounds like this. Actually, that's warped, but you get the idea. I've already warped it. So pretty much, I'm just gonna align this first beat with the first beat of our song, and I think the original song is in 120 BPM, so that's what I have going right here at the tempo. Alright, so that's pretty much lined up because I've already warped it. I'm just going to take out this ending. That's where the song actually starts, but we don't need that part. So before I tweak this, I'm going to want to duplicate it just because we're going to want to use this original sound later. But for now, I'm just going to transpose this up 12 semitones, and it sounds like this now. So you can see where we're going with this. And then this is where the song actually starts, or the rap starts. So pretty much Jaden just has, or the producer just has this 2-bar loop repeat. So so we're just going to take this and then just duplicate it a bunch of times. So here is our sample. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to first just grab a kick for my sample library. I tend to go with Ecali kicks just because they hit super hard. And the first thing we're going to want to do to tweak this sample is add a glue compressor and then just side chain to the kick. So I'm going to rename this channel kick, and this guy Calloway. So we're going to side chain to the kick so they don't really interfere with each other. You could hear it. Side chained, it sounds like this. Really intensely side chained. And then without any. So pretty much we're just reducing the volume of this track for the short amount of time that this kick is present in the mix. So that gives us kind of more punchy effect. And then we're going to want to kind of reduce the attack so it doesn't last too long, and then maybe reduce the gain a little bit so it's not so intense. I think that's probably good. So you can hear it with the kick now. And then in the original, the kick pattern is pretty interesting. It kind of goes, I think, something like this. And there's one. So I think it's like that. Maybe right here. I think that's the original kick pattern. So I'm just gonna duplicate that. And then I'm gonna just kind of spice it up in the second. So I really like kick rolls. They just sound really cool, I think. So something like, so you can get the idea. And we can kind of rework this once we have the bass figured out, because the bass and the kick kind of go hand in hand. Okay, so next we want to pick out a snare. So that can be one of them. I like to layer my snares, just so they are a little bit thicker. That's kind of a nice one. Did I just get that? Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to group the snares together. We can EQ them as one. So I'm just going to go into the audio effects here and just grab the EQ. Oh, I just put it on the wrong one. Okay. So I'm going to bring out the mid range a little bit more because right now I think it's a little too high frequency heavy. So that's pretty good. I'm going to put a compressor on here as well, just for fun. And just soft clip it. Yeah, so that's pretty good. And I'm just going to duplicate this pattern as well. So we've got our snare. Okay, now I'm going to put in some hats. The hats are kind of interesting in this song. I think the best way to achieve the original is with a loop. And Boy Wonder has pretty good loops. Yeah, this one would be perfect. Yeah, that'll be good. And I'm going to EQ the hats as well. And you can just cut out pretty much all the low. Let's say about here. And we can also throw some reverb on the snare. That's probably. All right, now let's move on to the bass. Is pretty much the rest of the beat. There's a Lex Luger bass sample that I use a lot for 808s and stuff. It's this one. So I'm just gonna grab a simpler, throw this guy in here. And I'm also gonna want to loop this. So that it's kind of an infinite. Obviously that doesn't sound good, so we're gonna want to reduce this size here, about there, and then fade it. So you can't really tell that it's looping, but it sounds like an infinite sample. It's a pretty simple pattern, but on the second time around, the kicks get a little more involved. So that means we can spice up the bass a little bit too. Okay, so kind of figured out this. I'm just going to consolidate it into one clip, and then I'm gonna delve into the bass sound a little more. So I'm gonna just bring out the compression on the bass with the side chain allows the kick to really come in and stay punchy, even though there's also the bass going on. And then the last thing I want to do is just add some pitch bend. It just kind of adds a little texture. And I'm just going to put in a Reese. Yeah, so I have this one already made. So let's just try this bass. So I'm pretty sure it starts on an A. Might be. Yeah. And then G down to F. Using the Reese as just kind of like a turnaround, I guess, for the beat. So, and then obviously because it's a bass, we're gonna want to put a compressor on it and side chain it to the kick, and then also saturate it because it's a little weak right now. And also throw some EQ just to bring out lower vibes. So that's pretty much it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, I guess. And thank you for watching. This has been Remaking Icon by Jaden Smith. Here we go.